Hello, everyone. Welcome to NUFC Talk TV. I'm Chris, the American Mag, providing you a brand new news report on the latest on the club. Let's get to it. Let's not waste any time. And right there, as you see, FabrizioRomano reporting the Serbian midfielder Miodrag Pivas, born in 2005, set to join Newcastle United. Deal in place to be finalized in the next few days. Newcastle started talks and are prepared to close the deal as Mozart Sport first gold. Fabrizio backing this piece of news up, and of course, you have seen this fella um, in the premises of the club. I believe yesterday he was seen. I'll be honest with you, I have no idea about the fella. I have no idea about the player. He is 19 years of age. He's a young lad, and of course, has been playing out there uh, in Serbia, I believe, for a while. He's a young star. I'm not super excited. I'm not over the moon excited. I'm not dwelling too much on it. I don't think this is a signing that obviously will appease and will get fans to be, to be happy up and jumping down and of course go celebrate with a few pints. But it's a young talent nonetheless that I'm sure we will utilize somewhere down the line, and go from there. Really, nothing more to talk about him other than he is a talented young lad, and obviously we'll have to see how he performs in the club. But you, of course, I want to know your opinion. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think about Miodrag Pivas. Moving on, this is reported by MagpieMedia right here. The defender Sven Botman is on the road to recovery from the ACL injury he suffered last season. He has been training, so just keeping you updated and in the loop on the latest with Sven Botman. I was watching the Netherlands the other day, and I saw a defender that looks just like him, and I was like, "What the hell? Is he back?" But no, it was just more like a doppelganger than anything else. So there it is, Sven Botman training and becoming fit to potentially come to the club, to come to the team. I mean, it's going to take a while still, so nowhere near recovery, but it's good to see how he's doing. Moving on to the next one is Simon Jordan talking about telling Jim Ratcliffe to stop moaning about Dan Ashworth, but Magpie 24/7 says Cashworth, and to pay Newcastle what they want. Here is what the pundit had to say.
Newcastle are well within their right to say, no, I don't think so. We've invested in this person. We had the vision. You've now seen the vision now that it's arrived. If you want Dan Ashworth, it's a really easy fix, Jim. Write a check out.
Why doesn't he just pay Newcastle for Ashworth?
He probably thinks the lure and the luster and the power and the influence and the stature of Man United should mean that Newcastle should be quaking in their boots and deliver up Dan Ashworth lickety-split without any complications. And they don't want to. And fair play to them. I think Newcastle are well within.
I definitely agree with everything Simon Jordan has said here. I know he's controversial and people tend not to necessarily like what he says. I actually admire what he says in a lot of times, and because he has the guts to say some things. And in this particular case, he's saying the truth. Man United feel like they should just be able to get whoever they want just because. And I'm glad and I'm happy and I'm glad that pundits like him are saying something about it. But I'm more happy that Newcastle United is standing their ground and not going to move on. Either you pay or shut up. Either or. Moving on to the next one is none other than Giorgi Mamardashvili, as he remains one to watch in the next weeks. According to FabrizioRomano, he can leave Valencia for as much as 35 million euros, 40 million euro fee, which is a lot less in pounds. So it would be about 25 million pounds or 30 million pounds. That's a lot cheaper than first estimated. Valencia already signed Dimitrievski as a new goalkeeper, and the plan to sell Mamardashvili remains concrete. The Georgian goalkeeper, performing at a fantastic level, also at the Euros, which yesterday he was unbelievable in his national team's performance. He was really good. So should Newcastle United move in on this fella? We've seen a lot of him. And obviously, yesterday's performance, Newcastle fans were all crazy, going crazy on social media. Well, let me know what you think. Do you think that we should capitalize and try to get him? Apparently, Valencia is moving on from him. I didn't know this, but Fabrizio is reporting that. So that should be a good indicator that they will negotiate the price. So Newcastle wants a goalkeeper. Why not just go for the original target, Giorgi Mamardashvili? So Giorgi Mamardashvili. Anyways, moving on to the next one. The Mirror reports this, which is the biggest pile of shite that I'm gonna see all day. If it's true, I'm pissed off. If it's not true, I'm less pissed off because it's not true. However, it's still a bullshit rumor, and that is that John Rudy, according to the Mirror, John Rudy has confirmed his Birmingham exit. It has Premier League options, including an offer from Newcastle United. An offer. Now, this is unbelievable. This has got to be BS. But then again, we out here put the news, not just news from anybody on X. The news and the pieces of information are from reputable sources that they could be wrong and they could be starting some BS. However, they are big media outlets, and that's why we mentioned them on the channel. And it's up to you to give me your opinion, to give us your opinion on this matter. So let us know in the comment section, as well as hit the like button and subscribe. So yeah, John Rudy, he's an old guy. I think he's 36 or something. And when I saw this today, I woke up and I was like, come on, man, there's no way that we are actually entertaining this. And but they're saying that Newcastle have an offer. He has an offer from Newcastle. I think it would be so detrimental, and I would be so pissed off at the club if this is an option. We already got Gillespie. Why do we need another old timer as a goalkeeper? You know, it makes absolutely no sense. That's why I believe it was BS. It is BS, but I cannot confirm, of course. It's only up to me. All I can do is give my opinion and also you. So let me know in the comment section what you think. And now moving on to the next one, because FabrizioRomano has reported that this fella right here, Thiaw, is in the loop of Newcastle United. Everybody thought that Tomori was going to be the one. Well, according to Fabrizio, nobody, they didn't even really talk about Tomori. Who they talked about was this fella right here. And Fabrizio reports Newcastle and AC Milan have been in contact today to discuss possible opportunities. No talks about Tomori. Newcastle are showing interest in Malik Thiaw, but he's an important part of the Milan project, so you have to see. Kieran Trippier was also discussed, but nothing concrete. This was very telling. We said it yesterday on yesterday's nightly debate show that the fact that Kieran Trippier's name was added, that was very telling. But a new piece of development came up today. Fabrizio reporting that more on this situation, on the Malik Thiaw situation, was that the German defender has been included in the shortlist for the center back position to discuss later in the window. He is not the only one, according to him. And he says, I take an important proposal to sign Thiaw from AC Milan. That's why Newcastle have more options on their list, because AC Milan loves this kid. So they're going to try to renew his contract, give him more money, and see if he wants to stay. Thiaw, does he want to make a move to the Premier League? It's certainly a good thing for any player to come to the Premier League. I'm not the one that underestimates other leagues and doesn't care and just simply thinks that the Premier League, everybody's going to gravitate towards the Premier League just because. I'm not that type of I don't have that type of thinking. I think that everybody's AC Milan is a very important club, Juventus, Bayern Munich, etc. That's why Olise is not going to Chelsea and going to Bayern. So think about that. Now, I think that we can persuade him with money and, of course, with the Premier League and a new project. So we'll see what Malik Thiaw wants to do next. On another piece of news is that Craig Hope is reporting that Declan Rice and Kieran Trippier, we care about Trippier more than anything. However, this might help the English folks stay in the loop with their national team. But apparently, Kieran Trippier and Declan Rice are not training with main group today. They're doing individual programs elsewhere, load management. Phil Foden is still in the UK for the birth of a child, and Luke Shaw trains. The main thing here for us is Kieran Trippier not training. He's got always an ongoing issue, but that's the thing. You know, we just don't know. Is this going to be in this pressure of the Euros? Is that going to be detrimental for Kieran Trippier when he comes to Newcastle? I think that could very well be. But at the end of the day, we just don't know. We just hope and pray that he doesn't hurt himself even more. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, it is none other the Daily Mail reporting this right here, that Newcastle winger Yankuba Minte is refusing to join Lyon despite the £40 million agreement, as the Magpies are left sweating over PSR issues ahead of deadline this week. He doesn't want to go anywhere, Minte, and he wants to stay in the Premier League. So what can you do? I mean, it is what it is. You know, you can't force him to leave. And I mean, it's, I don't know. Maybe he wants to stay at Newcastle. Who knows? Nobody knows the truth anymore. But what we want to know is your opinion on the matter. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. This is Chris, the American Mag. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and of course, become a member to enjoy exclusive content. Again, I'm Chris, the American Mag, here on NUFC Talk TV. We will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.